It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. Three coaches and friends talk about sports, life, and everything in between.
Hey everybody, how you doing? You already know what time it is. It is time for another episode of Hey Coach with me, Coach Tim Simpson. Of course, I'm always joined by my two great friends and colleagues, Jamal Mondane and Rashard Collins. Gentlemen, how are we doing this wonderful evening?
Doing good, man. Good.
Yeah.
All right, good. Now I'm gonna apologize ahead of time to our audience. Look, I'm under the weather. The allergies just destroying me today. But we are going to get through this because I've got two excellent gentlemen joining me, so they can carry the load for a while. So, gentlemen, let's get to it. Let's talk about the NBA draft that just happened. The 2022 NBA draft, which had some great guys coming out. I'm going to ask you, Jamal, were there any surprises as far as where some of these guys fell?
Yeah, I think the surprise was the number one overall pick. A lot of people didn't have Paolo Banchero as the number one pick going to Orlando. A lot of people were thinking Jabari Smith or Chet Holmgren, but even Ben Mathurin from Arizona was getting a lot of looks. But I think Orlando wanted to replace the guy that went to Denver, Aaron Gordon. And so you replace Aaron Gordon, you get a 6'10", ball handling, shooting forward. I think will fit good with them. They got the guards. They got the kid from Gonzaga last year. So they got guards. So they need a wing. In order to win in this league, you need wing players. You need big ball handling wings. So two-way type players. So it was a surprise probably to us that Paolo Banchero went number one, but not a surprise to the league. And then Chet Holmgren going number two. I think they got another 6'10", 7-foot dude to run with them. So they'll be interesting to watch too. They'll be young and interesting to watch. So we'll see. But I'd say that's the biggest surprise, the number one pick.
What you got, Rashard?
Got you. Disco, what's up, brother? What up, though? Mine was Jabari Smith. Houston thought they were getting Chet. The Houston fans that called in didn't want Chet, but you can never predict. To me, until these people get a body of work. What's up?
I thought y'all was getting Paolo Banchero.
Dude, so leading up to the day of, they're like, we don't need him. He's too small. You never can tell with any of these dudes. Tim, you coach. Jay, you played the game.
Yeah.
You can never predict. I clown Kevin Durant when he couldn't bench press X, Y, and Z. He one of the coldest. Reggie Miller ain't out there looking like Udonis Haslam. He wasn't out there knocking down weights. I mean, but the next day, when Houston got him, you'd have thought they won. You'd have thought they won it. You'd have thought they won it. Because they thought Chet was going to go. So they thought Smith was going to go one. The cat out of Duke, they thought Padre, he was going to go somewhere else. And they just knew. They knew Jabari wasn't going, man, that dude landed here. The radio stuff, every segment throughout the whole next 2 days. Ridiculous. I couldn't even tell you the other two cats they got, and they got three of them. I couldn't even tell you. Hey, the fans, even with their team last year, man, Houston didn't have the star power, but they had some youngsters, man, that I told the fans now, y'all better go ahead and get in there. It's gonna be one of them squads gonna come out of nowhere, and you ain't gonna be able to get no tickets.
They look like a nice little 25 wins next year.
Oh, yeah. It's a souped up intramural squad. They like the Knicks back in the Gap when they all had the same size. All the Knicks was like Allen Houston size.
Yeah.
It was a gang of them, but Allen Houston just had a different skill set. Same thing. But I think Chet's out to prove something though at OKC. Small city. I've been there. Nothing glamorous about it. He can move around that city, dude. I think I'm not gonna say rookie of the year, but I think Chet is gonna actually like think he's gonna ball. Do y'all realize? And I know y'all seen the highlight recently. Remember when Steph Curry got crossed up like 3 summers ago by this tall, lanky kid at a camp?
It was him.
Yeah.
It was Chet.
Yep.
It was him.
He
Yep.
blocked Curry's shot, and then he eventually went behind his back, and then got him a dunk. I'm looking like, that dude ain't gonna be nothing. Number 2 in the draft 2022. Yeah, Chet Holmgren out of Gonzaga.
Well, that being said, Rashard, I know who's not going to be in charge of scouting for my organization. Okay, so, but listen to what you guys are saying, especially Rashard there. Looking at the draft class, I got a 2-part question for you. Number 1, how do you think this draft class actually ranks in, say, the last 5 years, compared to some of the other guys that come out? Is part 1, and then part 2 is, like you guys already kind of started to allude to, who do you really think is going to be the breakout rookie or rookies, given their situation with the organizations, and then hopefully them able to put them in a successful position?
I go with Jaden Ivey. Detroit got 3 picks in the last 3 years that were quote unquote names. I feel it's hardly ever to me like the number 1 pick dude just really, really, really just comes in the league and takes over. It's always a person that everybody in the overlook. Like I'm not watching Hawkeye basketball. I'm just not doing it. But I've seen Ivy. I've seen them. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever they play Illinois, I'd be trying to hopefully beat Illinois just so my friends and leave me alone about Kentucky not being good. So I root for a couple of Big Ten squads out of being a hater. But I think Ivy, man, I really do. I think Ivy gonna shock some people real quick.
Okay, what do you got, Jay?
The obvious answer will be like one of the top 3 picks, but I think Ben McLaren from Arizona going to Indiana. I think he can. I think he can make some noise in Indiana. He's got an NBA body. He's NBA ready. He can score. I'd compare him probably to Donovan Mitchell coming out. So I think he can make a little noise in Indiana. Ain't nobody really in his way, so he'll play right away. So when you're thinking of rookies, standout rookies, you got to think of somebody that's going to play a lot of minutes.
Right.
I think he'll play a lot of minutes in Indiana. So I can see him making some noise.
Okay. All right. So that being said, and kind of jumping off of what Jay said, right now, what organization you think? Let's just focus on. Actually, just keep it simple. Let's focus on the top 3. Let's just focus on top 3 picks. Out of those 3 organizations, the Magic, Thunder, and Rockets, which organization do you think has a better chance to give those rookies the opportunity to succeed? Maybe not right away, but even over long term.
Well, I think with Jabari being here in Houston, like Jay just said, he ain't got nobody in his way. Not to me, I don't think he has anybody just in his way. Like starting, maybe not coming off the bench with minutes and finishing on the court at the end of the game. I could see it, but you got to go off of work ethic, man. You throwing these cats some money. These cats they might be lazy. They might be just products of AAU. Overlooked, never really been coached. We didn't all seen that. Dude, overlooked, never been coached. Somebody starts yelling at them, telling them to play defense, slide your man. You out here, you done switched, and now you got Dame Lillard in front of you, and you out here on the island. Now you look crazy. So the Rockets, I think Jabari got a chance to. He gonna be able to come in there and make an impact.
Jay, before you jump in, I gotta say something to go along with. No, you did fine. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do it. Not this time. See, that's what hey, stop acting like you always doing. I mean, yeah, you always are doing something. But come on, man. I'm trying to help you out here. I'm trying to jump in on what you're saying. Like you said, you got some of these guys been coached. Don't talk about size of feet. Get your man. They don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. That goes around because I literally was at practice last week. And I was going through a hedge drill, defensive hedge drill. And I literally had a player, 23, 24 years old,
I know where this going.
and didn't know what a hedge was. Didn't know how to hedge. I'm like, where you been playing? I mean, so I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. There's a lot of guys out there that they've been coached, but they've been coached on their talent. They haven't been coached on really developing skills and understanding the game. And I think that's what happens with this game now is that you got a lot of players they're really good players, can be great players, but a lot of them don't really understand the game.
I disagree.
You say you disagree?
No.
I disagree. It's one and the same. If you're coaching a kid, that's teaching. Teaching is a part of coaching. You can't do one without the other. So
I agree with that.
I don't think you can coach a player and not teach them. It's players in the NBA that still are learning the game of basketball. So once you stop teaching these players how to play the game, you ain't coaching them no more. You just letting them play.
Well, and I think that goes along with what Rashad was talking about when you get a lot of these AAU kids, because there's a lot of programs that are not teaching to go along with what you're saying, Jay. And unfortunately, some of them they fall into a high school program, which is the same way. Now, I think college does a better job, but at that point in time, a lot of them, I'm not gonna say like, you know, a vast majority of college coaches are doing this, but a lot of them at that point in time, they're coaching to win. So sometimes a lot of those coaches, they may not be spending a lot of time with making sure these kids understand the game. You know, that's why I say it sometimes gets lost in that. Because I mean, think about it. How many kids have you heard come up through the ranks that still could barely read and write? You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think system wise, unless a kid falls into a great system, they have, you know what I'm saying, somebody backing them and supporting them at home, and the teachers and the coaching staff and the people, they surround themselves with people that are trying to build them up. A lot of these kids are just, they're making it by just on their talent. And that's why I always try to coach and teach that you can't just rely on your talents. You know what I'm saying? If you don't start using this up here and actually developing skills within basketball, whatever sport you're playing, and outside of the game you're playing, then once you get hurt, you're no longer useful to whoever's, whoever you're playing for, or whatever your situation is. You got to make sure you're thinking outside the game. That's why talk about it if you want to. LeBron James is great at that. Michael Jordan, Shaquille. Even though sometimes I wonder about Shaq. But Shaq, you look at a lot of those guys, man. They've done business ventures. You know what I'm saying? They've become more than the game. And I like that. I just wish that more are being taught that at a younger age. That it's not just the game. You got to learn how to be able to transcend the game, because the game's not always going to be there for you.
Ben Simmons, prime example.
Why do we have to bring that fool into every conversation?
That's what we.
I'm about tired talking about. But you're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Did we all really? I didn't know he couldn't shoot at LSU.
I did. I did. I watched him. That fool would not take a jump shot,
bruh,
unless he was in the post, and it was a post up move. But he would not take a shot.
Bruh. Mm-hmm. Markel Folks, come on, man. You talking about firing me as the people scouting? Who was scouting in Philly? Who was doing this? Trust the process. Okay.
I'm still firing you because you still say you didn't know that Ben Simmons couldn't shoot at LSU.
I didn't. First of all, unless you play in the Wildcats, ain't nobody turning into LSU basketball unless you got somebody unless you related to somebody at LSU basketball.
Well, I'm just saying. Only reason why I started paying attention to him when they started talking about how great he was. Now he's going to be the number one pick, and I was like, you know what? Let me check this guy out. And so I'm sitting there watching, and I didn't watch a single game. I watched highlights of games, and I didn't see not one highlight of him taking a shot. I watched their pro NBA workout that they did with the team when they were doing all that other stuff, and in the workouts he wasn't taking no shots. So I'm like, can this dude shoot? Go ahead,
I watched their games. He was a playmaker. And he's 6'10", so he can score if he can get in the paint. If he got 2 feet in the paint, he was effective. But if any team forced him to shoot, He couldn't shoot.
Nope.
So, and his team knew he couldn't, so they disguised him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He did.
They did.
You know what he reminds? Oh, go ahead.
Your question about which franchise out of the top three got something in the future. I'll go with Houston. Houston has the best team out of the three, so that's why I'm picking Houston. Like Orlando got a bunch of guards. They got a bunch of point guards. They got Greg Anthony's son there, Cole Anthony there, Jacob Cole there. Yep. They got who else there? I think DJ Augustine was still there. They got a bunch of guards still there. Guard heavy.
Right.
Mo Bamba keep getting hurt. Like they roster is young and they're not really that good. But if Houston can keep Christian Wood, they could be something. If they don't keep Christian Wood,
I thought Wood was in Dallas.
Did he already go? Christian Wood already go?
I think he might already
got rid of Wood like last week.
If he already gone,
yeah, I think he's already gone.
I don't know if he already gone yet. I know John Wall gone, but he ain't play anyway. But yeah, if they didn't keep him, because free agency ain't till Friday. That's why I say I don't know if he gone yet.
Detroit.
Yeah, I think it was a trade.
I see you, Jaden Ivey.
Detroit ain't gonna be good because they're in Detroit. So you can go ahead and wipe that off. What are we talking about?
Yeah. How y'all still call yourself Motor City? Ain't got no type of motor vehicles. No motor factories. Yeah. So I agree with you on that. But no, I agree with that.
I'm gonna go with the Rockets. The Rockets are the better of the three teams, and with Jabari Smith, I think they'll do better. They're in the Western Conference, so I don't know what that'll do for their record wise, but I think they got the brighter future out of the three teams. Plus, their organizations are better than the other two. So.
You might have called it. You said 25 wins. You might have called it. I mean,
yeah. But their future is brighter. I mean, I don't think none of them getting over 25 wins this season. But if we talk about the future of all the franchises, I think Houston has the better future.
Yep.
All right, Rashad, what's your thoughts on that?
On the best team out the three?
Yeah.
No, that's why I said Jabari.
Yeah, I was agreeing with him.
Houston, because I don't see them, like he said, Magic got the guards. They all about the same size. The Thunder, I really don't know who's on the Thunder. Realistically.
Shai Gilgeous,
Shai's on there. Okay.
Josh Giddey, what's his name? Dort.
Yeah.
Is it Basil?
I think it's Basil.
Baisley or something like that.
They got Lou Dort and Baisley, yeah.
Yeah. But they got an okay squad, but yes, I agree with that. I mean, like I said, they got an okay squad. They'll get some wins. I don't think they're gonna get. I'd be surprised if they got 25 wins.
If they do over 20, they overachieve this year.
Stop being nice. They don't have an okay squad. Their team is bad, okay?
Well, they're OKC. They're OKC. I'm just saying they're
a bad basketball team. If you play 82 games and you win 18, you're bad. Okay, they're a bad basketball team. Let's call it like it is here on Hey Coach.
All right, Roger that. Yeah, Roger that. Okay, yeah, all right. Let's keep it moving. Yeah. All right, let's get into some other NBA news. Now we've had some pretty big news going on. Kyrie Irving opting in.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden opting out. Mm-hmm. Bradley Beal opting out. Mm-hmm. And the one that really, when I heard it, I really wanted to look for somebody to slap. The Westbrook contract.
Can't be mad at that man.
You think he gonna opt out?
I'm not mad at him. I ain't mad at him. I'm just saying. If I was Lakers, I might just say, you know what, we're gonna have to spend this money regardless. Let's just buy you out. Let you go on about your business.
You buy
but
out?
I am out.
But
you listening to what you're saying?
I'm hearing what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, especially given what happened last season. Now, I will say this: I am really interested to see what Darvin Ham does. I'm really interested to see what the coaching staff is going to actually be able to do because they're going to have to figure something out. Because number one, LeBron's not getting any younger, and that man needs help more now than he ever had in his career. You got injuries from different guys. AD's got, I don't know if they got to put him in bubble wrap, what they got to do with that fool, but he's got to stay healthy because AD is the biggest difference maker for that Lakers team, but he can never make a difference. When he was healthy, they went on a championship run. But the thing is, I don't know. I honestly, to me, and that could be part of one of the questions I was going to ask you guys later. You know, with that Lakers organization, I don't really know what else they really can or can't do. So let's talk about Kyrie first. About him opting in to Brooklyn. Jay, what you got for us?
So everybody was up in arms about him not signing a deal, thinking he was going to the Lakers or getting traded somewhere. So for people that don't understand how the contracts work, the reason he opted into his contract is so he gets the guaranteed money. It's like 37, 36 and a half. He opted into it. Mid-season, he can still get traded. There still can be a sign-in trade. He's just not leaving when free agency opened up on Friday. So he's opting in to get his money, his guaranteed money. And this is what's going to happen to these players when the next CBA come out. They're not going to be able to do this no more because all these players are opting into these contracts and then leaving like Anthony Davis did. So you get your guaranteed money. So this might be the last year they can do that. So it's still up in the air if he stays in Brooklyn. I'd be surprised if he stay in Brooklyn the whole season, but he did opt in. But there's going to be other teams and other suitors looking to do a sign-in trade where they'll basically match his contract with 2 or 3 other players. So we'll see what happens. But he did opt in. Obviously, he wanted to secure that bag because he lost like 10, 15 million with Nike because he not re-signing that Nike contract. So he can't be losing too much more money. He lost a bunch of money. He lost a bunch of money because of COVID. And the reason it was at odds is because they was trying to get him. The reason they won't sign him long-term is because they try to pressure him into getting the vaccine, and he still won't get the vaccine. So he's just opting into this last year instead of getting an extension like KD. So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, I mean, you're not turning down 36.7.
Right.
I'll go play for the Clippers, and I'm a Clipper fan. I'll go play for the Clippers. Where we at? Yeah, let's get it. 36. Bro, that boy was never going to LA for $6 million a year to bet on yourself. Bet on yourself.
Sure, stop.
And then we don't even know.
Stop talking about the Clippers.
I'm on the Lakers now, man. We are the best team in LA anyway. We're the best team in LA anyway. Prove me wrong, bro. He's not. Now Kyrie got to play. He got to play for real, man. He can't be out here halfway. He got to play, man.
Work now.
He got to, like he does. He's got to go to work, man. You got to show up. You got to show up. You got to be there. You got not know 21 games before the playoffs, and here you come. Like, nah, bro. We need you. We need you from the rip. We need, and while we disguising that, you got to get Ben on the court. Ben got to start game 1, bro. Ben can't still be from this phantom back injury that nobody knows how he got hurt. I mean, I'm cracking jokes, but I'm being for real. He magically, I mean, first at one point he was coming back. You sitting on the sideline with your little funny outfits on. You should have been in the back shooting some jumpers or something. Oh, he got a back injury. How? Doing what? Walking to the arena? How you get a back injury?
Not stretching. He didn't stretch.
He didn't stretch proper. You right. Sitting up.
That's what it was.
At the restaurant. Not yeah. But Kyrie, I think
it was not the cushion on the back of the chair. Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're going to go with?
I think, but you got to realize when Kyrie does play, what you say, Jay? I didn't hear you.
I said that's what we're going with.
Yeah, the cushion, bro. That's one part back there, bro. That's a big deal.
Breaking news.
Think about it when next time you go somewhere, you're going to be like,
all right, we'll check the back of the chair.
Can I get
my back.
I don't need no napkin. Can I get a kiss? Can I get a little kiss right here?
Yeah, I'm going to be sure to check on that.
You got to look at what restaurant you go to, man. You can split on a restaurant. But you got to realize when Kyrie plays, Kyrie puts up numbers, man. He puts up numbers.
He does.
I mean, he ain't going for 45 and 50 all the time, but that 28 to 34. Hey, that cat's balling, man.
Yep.
That cat can go. The cat can go, but they gotta. Only way they're gonna even do anything if Ben does not start with them, they can hang it up because Boston's not scared of nobody in the East. Boston ain't scared of nobody in the West. If they could play Golden State all over again, they would change a whole bunch of stuff. But Philly better make a hell of a push. You see teams like that. Not Philly. I'm talking about Brooklyn. You got to start out early, man, winning. You can't. Yeah. I don't want to hear chemistry in mid-January, dude. Don't miss it.
Yeah.
You got to hit it running, just like the Yankees are right now. You got to hit it and keep it moving. Don't worry about everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I agree with that 100%. And thank you for alluding to our next one, James Harden, because now with him opting out, what does that really look like for Philly? Because we've already talked about the whole Brooklyn Philadelphia trade, and we definitely know that Brooklyn won that trade, especially for the future, because they've got those guys signed to longer contracts. So what is this? What do you think this is looking like for Philly right now? And then the follow-up question to that is, how does this really make James Harden look? You know, with what happened with Houston, then going to Brooklyn, and now forced the trade to go to Philadelphia. How does that look? How does that look on him? Jay, we'll start with you. Okay, go ahead. That's a big one. What you got, Jay?
What you said? I thought Rashard said something.
Oh, I said his work ethic. Like, what do you come into camp out of shape? Everybody know you can shoot. How about you get on a treadmill? He said he's what? Yeah. Hey, he about to be in the Big Three 2024. Coming to an arena near you. James Harden. Who wants
that boy in the Big Three? Man, that's like going to dance with
the stars, you just ran it. Houston got up out of here. Yep. Brooklyn got up out of there. Philly, and now you opting out and you betting on yourself, bro. You better look like a sexy model come October when it comes time for the first game of the season. You better be unbelievable. You better be on that. What's that? SI the nude edition. James Harden. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, bro.
We're not gonna talk about it. No.
You gonna go to
Daryl
LA?
Morey is giving him that money,
bro.
Before y'all get too hyped up. Daryl Morey is giving him the max. That's why he opted out. He's finna get the max.
Oh yeah.
So
he's going to the front office, man. He's going to the front office afterwards.
Listen, they had a handshake and a wink when he came to Philly. You think they can talk about his contract after this season? I'm gonna opt out and I'm getting this max. They ain't got nobody else coming over there, so they've already mortgaged their future, so they have to give him the money. Who they gonna give it to?
See, and you bring up a great point, Jay, because I mean I think sometimes a lot of basketball fans, especially people that don't know the ins and outs of what goes on with contracts and stuff like that. There's a lot of that happens. A lot of times that happens. Guys will opt out. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, well, I'm going to opt out of this because I'm going to get taken care of, with a new contract. So, yeah, the news gets reported, and of course, it's our job to, talk about this stuff, give our opinions and everything like that. But that's why I like asking questions like that, because the thing is, that can mean so many different things. It can mean, hey, maybe he really is out, and maybe he is, like Rashard said, betting on himself. I honestly don't think he is. There are more brought in there for a reason. He brought him there for a reason. I do believe he's going to probably get the max. Now, I would be shocked if he did, because it might have been them cheeseburgers and stripper poles that I got to him. And
he's got a jersey hanging up at a strip club here in Houston, man.
Stop it.
That's serious. That man's got a.
Oh my God.
They talking about Young with Magic City, James Harden, ask Disco. I'm trying to tell you, that boy got a jersey in the strip club out here, bro. That dude, work ethic, man. When Adidas brought that Brinks truck to his house, man, please. James ain't worried about nothing. And Morey did a Tom Brady, a Gronk, with the whole "I'm done, I'm walking away."
Yeah,
bruh. Morey went to Philly. He left Houston. He just flat out left Houston, magically ended up in Philly with the same position here that he had in Houston.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, James Harden's there. Jay Wright, he's going to get his money.
Houston, he's finna get his money.
He's going to get his
all he did was change jerseys and changed Clint Capella into Joel Embiid. That's all they did. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
They changed Clint Capella, Joel Embiid. Danny Green is Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker is Batiste Thybulle. All he did was move.
They say Tucker opting out and he's trying to go to Brooklyn.
He opting out. Yeah, he out of Miami.
Yeah, well, he played for Brooklyn at one point in time, didn't he?
I thought he did. That's what I thought. Maybe I'm tripping.
PJ didn't play for him. He wouldn't play with KD. They Longhorns.
I thought he played for them. I thought he played for them a few years back. I thought he played for them a few years back.
I know he was in Houston for a little minute, but I thought I thought he played for Brooklyn before KD had got there. But
I don't know if he played in Brooklyn.
Talking about Harden.
He said he got that stuff.
I mean,
damn boy, he got that chili mac on his belly.
Yeah.
Hey man, leave that boy alone, man. Leave the cheeseburger James alone, man.
The Hamburglar. All right, let's
taking all these teams' money. Taking all these teams' money. He is the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
Hey, look, hey, them Burger King burgers ain't cheap, baby. He ain't just walking in and getting Burger King burger, man. I don't know what I don't know. White Castle, Whataburger, I don't know.
Robbing all these franchises, man.
He ain't doing no resistance band training. I don't know what James out here doing. The Adidas and gave you some damn shoes. You can't run around the block. I'm pretty sure you in a gated neighborhood. You can't go around the block and get you a little exercise in.
Hey, he ain't doing no he ain't doing resistance band training because he can't resist them burgers.
He ain't doing no. What was that? P90X? Right. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing.
He need to work out with Zion. Y'all see what Zion look like?
No.
Woo!
Here we come. I ain't see that.
Woo! Yo, he's transforming.
He need to work.
Yo, I'm telling you, if that might have to be a whole other subject, man. Because if Zion comes back like that, woo.
Did it become because he was hearing? You can't tell me you're in the league. I don't give a damn what sport, and you don't hear something.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Like I remember living in New York. My boy Dre out here in Houston would call me like TNT halftime shows on. Halftime show? What? I was like, bro, I wasn't watching the game. He's like, man, they clowning. They're clowning. So you know he done heard Charles.
Oh, of course.
These established Hall of Famers. You can say what you want, Zion. I done already had my career. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. That's good though.
Like a monster. Bro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. That goes like y'all say, work ethic.
Yeah.
A nutritionist. You have all the means.
Yes.
Man. You have all the means to you 20-something. You 20-something with a borderline dad bod. What are you doing?
Hey, he put down the gumbo this summer, man. He looked good.
Man, not easy to do. That's not easy to do.
You're right. You're right. You're right. All right, come on. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Bradley Beal. He also opted out. Now, there's been rumors about Bradley Beal going on for, actually since I think before the All-Star break, about him wanting out of Washington, maybe going to the Lakers. There's a couple other teams. There's a couple of teams that they were talking about with him as well. Do we think this is kind of the same thing? Maybe with James Harden, maybe he's just opting out because he's going to try to going for a max deal, or do we think he's opting out because maybe he is really tired of what's going on in Houston? In Washington. Excuse me, sorry, or what's going on in Washington?
I think he'll leave. I don't think Bradley Beal is bluffing. I mean, how long he been in the league for a little minute? Over 6, right? At least over 6 years.
Yeah,
With Wall at least 4.
Supermax. So
I know he played with Wall for at least a minute. They was talking about them two not coinciding then, and who gets traded, Wall or Beal. But I don't think Beal's bluffing, man. And I think if we was just to go hypothetically, Beal will end up somewhere like Golden State, man.
They can't pay him.
But you got to think they'll move somebody away, give up this pick. I'm just saying, it'll be something crazy. Like he's not going nowhere horrible.
No,
he ain't going to the Kings.
Oh no.
He'll go somewhere and win. If he was to leave, if he was to go anywhere, first of all, so the audience knows, he opted out. He was getting 34, I think 34 some change.
Yeah.
He opted out because he's eligible for a supermax. Whereas if you were drafted by the team that you play for and you hit certain incentives, you are eligible for a supermax contract. So he can get 5 years, like 200 million, something like that, 250.
Yeah.
But if he goes anywhere else, he's eligible for a 4-year max contract. So that's the difference between supermax and regular max. So he opted out because he's eligible to go somewhere else in the league for 4 years, or he can stay and re-up with Washington for 5. As far as teams that's got the money to give him for 4, if he's trying to go somewhere and win, I can see him going to – I can see him trying to go out west to LA. I can see him trying to go to the Lakers. If Wall in with the Clippers, I can see him going to the Lakers. And then they can buy out. If you can get if you got the money or the cap space to get Bill, then you can buy out Westbrook. I don't know if they got the money, but I can see him going to play in LA. I can see him going to Boston.
Boston is what I was going to say. I was going to say Boston.
I can see him with Jason Terry and Jason Tatum.
Yeah. I was wondering if he was going to say that.
Bill in Boston.
I can see him.
Another banner.
Oh, baby Jesus!
They got the space. They got the pieces for him.
I swear, I was just once you stopped, I was gonna be like, I say Boston. If I was gonna say, if we had to pick a team on the East Coast, which team? I was like Boston.
Yep, he can go to Boston. I know somebody over here. Might be excited about that. Louis boys out there.
I'm just saying, I would definitely love to see something like that, because I honestly think, somebody like Bradley Beal could be a franchise changer, especially when you already got young, good superstars.
Absolutely.
Because now you don't know what you gonna have to do, because you're talking about, because we know Tatum can go. And he's still young, and he struggled a little bit in the playoffs and in the finals. As far as when I say struggle, I mean as far as the consistency. He just wasn't, because he was up and down, and I think it's just because it was just it's the first time, and he's trying, he's doing his best, he's and all that. Jaylen Brown I thought was great, but I got, this is gonna be an off-topic one. Somebody help me with this. Is it just me? Or did it seem like almost every other time Jaylen Brown got the ball and driving to the hole, he was always falling?
Yeah.
Like
his handles.
I didn't realize them cats was complaining as much as they were on the call.
Man, were they? Yes.
I watched the game, but I'm walking around the house doing stuff. I'm like, and then one of the
that would be nasty. That definitely would be nasty.
Yeah, that would be very nasty. One of the announcers said something. I'm like, what? And then another sports station was like, if they would stop crying.
Yeah, even Ime Udoka was saying they was crying for calls. But
yes,
bro.
So to the Bradley Beal point though, the reason that would be good is because it would cure a lot of the stuff that was happening in the finals. You take all the pressure off of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown doing the playmaking. Bradley Beal has experience playmaking and bringing the ball up. He can be the point of attack to make plays for them and set them up to score. He needs somebody to score. Now, you telling me, would you rather play with Jason Tatum, or would you rather play with who's the kid over there that came from LA? Kuzma. You want Jason Tatum?
Oh, Kyle.
Right.
What?
So it obviously would be an upgrade, right? So I think that'd be nasty if he can go over there. I think he would actually take less to play there. Like, he would get a 4-year deal, but it wouldn't be like 200 mil. I think
they could still build off of
right.
If he took less, they could still add to somebody wanting to come there.
I think he can do 4 years.
If there was any time that Tatum needed Kobe, it would have been this summer right here after that performance. If there would have been any time that he needed Kobe, it would have been this summer right now. Because it was his. It's okay. You can score. You can play defense. You got to get what they call. You got to get the Mamba mentality, man. You got to be. If you're not a killer now, you're gonna fade out in this league.
Yes.
All this money,
yes.
You're gonna be on the bench, and that's when you're gonna really get bought out, and ain't nobody gonna pick you up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's gonna happen but you get what I'm saying. Like you can easily fall off right now, just like Jay said earlier. The cat out of Detroit, he don't see anybody in his way. Just like what I say about Smith, I don't see nobody in his way. That's the same. I'm 1 or 2 years out of high school, and there's nobody in my way on an NBA franchise. Come on, man. You can get replaced. Big Three gonna be cold in a couple of years, boy.
No, I think
about to go global.
I think Tatum and Brown will be all right. They made of the right stuff. They'll come back and be all right. But Bradley Beal though.
Yeah, Beal.
Well, like what Jay was saying, like with Tatum and Brown being all right. I mean, just think about it. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, but since those two have been in the league on the Boston Celtics, they have not missed the playoffs.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
I don't think so.
They have not missed the playoffs.
So so think about that.
Like 3 times.
So think about that. Young guys coming up have been in the playoffs every single year of their career so far. And then this season finally made it to the ultimate stage, came up short, but they made it. Right. So now you think about that. It's always about experience. It's all about experience, whether you win or you lose. And sometimes you gain much more experience losing than you do winning, because now, especially talking about the highest stage, you'll sit there and say, man, I want that feeling. Just like we talked about when I think Jay, you and I talked about on one of the episodes we did of Hey Coach. I think it was last year, or it might be the year before, when we talked about Hakeem Olajuwon sitting over on the bench while David Robinson was getting the MVP trophy. When that was one of the last times they did that, before Game 1, and I think it was called the conference finals. Yeah. And Hakeem Olajuwon leaned over to Kenny Smith. It's like, he's holding my trophy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And and gave him the business, but by losing that, and it went.
Hey, and went for his.
Went to town on that. I mean, the Dream Shake was a reality, boy. The Dream Shake was a reality, man.
They bring it up out here. They bring it up out here a lot of times too. Right around.
I knew you'd love that story. Yeah. I knew you'd love that story.
They still living on Clutch City, man. Come on, man. Clutch City.
But no. I mean, it's stuff like that I think about, because I mean, I'm really so in awe, and it's not because I'm a Celtics fan. I'm just talking about these young men and what they've been able to do in their entire career. You know what I'm saying? To be able to constantly be able to do that. I got to throw this up. We're talking about Bradley Beal here. Here's the question.
What if he went to Denver? That'd be interesting. Him and Jamal Murray.
That's good. Great question.
Him and a healthy Murray and Joker.
Joker.
And Porter.
Porter on that Anthony Hardaway Grant Hill train. He better get his butt up off that damn thing.
I think that would be good from a basketball standpoint. I just think Bradley Beal, at a point in his career, he don't want to go. He want to go to a bigger city. Like, he want to go to a bigger franchise, if that makes sense.
Oh no, it makes perfect sense.
Like, he done been an all-star. He done been all NBA. He done been on Olympic teams. I don't think he want to make that'd be like a lateral move to him, because Denver ain't really making no noise in the West. Like, there'll be a
Denver in the West. That's all you guys say. Denver is in the West.
Maybe 5 if everybody healthy, but they're not a threat to win. I don't think he wants to go to a team and go through what he went through.
No, he's got to go. He's got to go to Boston. He's got to go to Boston. It's like,
I think if he leaves, he wants to make a splash.
Boston or Milwaukee.
From a basketball standpoint, that would make sense. Yes, because that would be a good roster to play with. I don't think they would go any further than the conference final, though. No. Whereas I think if he plays with Boston, they can get over the hump. So
that's a good question, Boston, man. You got to put that green and white on, man.
Yeah, but that's a good question.
Yeah, there you go. Put the green and white on. Put the green and white on. Bradley, watch it. Put the green and white on. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, but before we get to that quick break, I want to throw out 3 more names as far as this free agency whole ordeal is going. I want to throw out 3 more names, and when we come back from this break, we're gonna talk about them. The 3 names I'm gonna throw out to you: Zach LaVine, Jalen Brunson, and Andre Ayton.
Okay.
And DeAndre Ayton. Okay. So those are the 3 names we're going to talk about. Like I said, we're going to take a really, really quick break, and we'll be right back with more Hey Coach. Everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Hey Coach. I'm Coach Tim Simpson. Still joining me and rocking with me is Jamal Mundane and Rashard Collins. Gentlemen, we spent the first part of the show. We were talking about the NBA drafts, the picks the guys that were picked. We talked a little bit about which rookie might be in the best position to actually succeed and get a good jump off to his career. We also talked about some NBA news with Kyrie Irving opting in for the Nets. Right now, James Harden seemingly opting out from the Philadelphia 76ers. And we also talked about Bradley Beal. Him also opting out, and maybe some couple of landing spots that he could end up going to, namely my Celtics. But we touched on some of those things right there. So I gave you 3 names before the break. Okay, Zach LaVine, Jalen Brunson, and DeAndre Ayton. Now we're going to start with Jalen Brunson because there's been some serious chatter about him, and namely the New York Knicks. So where do you guys stand on that? Is New York a good fit for him? Should he try to stay with Dallas? What's going on here? Rashard, you seem like a little kid in 3rd grade who's asking the teacher if he can go to the bathroom, or you look like you're putting a finger up because you're about to leave the church. Go ahead, tell us what you got.
We know I'm not leaving the church, so let's go ahead and go with point 1. I might have to go to the bathroom. Brunson, I raised my hand because I don't want Jay to steal my stuff.
Go for it, man.
What it is. I listen to the New York station, right? They not happy with nobody. Jordan could come back next week, and they're gonna be pissed off. And bruh, the most bitter fans, these New York fans, bro. I think Brunson's a good player, bro. They like, oh, he's not a game changer. Like, bro, who y'all have as a game changer? Randall? Who? You getting a good guard at what, 110? That's what they want to give him. But they say Miami's in the mix now, and Dallas is flying to New York to meet with them. Dallas ain't over with. It's Cuban, Luka, and one more person headed to New York to go to go holler. Remember how the Clippers did DeAndre Jordan? They doing the same thing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Miami's in the mix all of a sudden. And then plus you got to think his dad, Rick Brunson,
in a hotel room.
Yeah, they're gonna lock him in the room. And his dad is Rick Brunson.
Yeah.
And his dad's on the coaching staff for the Knicks. But he ain't saying what his son about to do. I think Brunson's a good enough player. I mean, they throwing money around. I mean, could y'all imagine somebody giving you 110 to go hoop with the Knicks? Bro, Knicks ain't going no damn where. Nowhere.
Hey, that's all about get your money right there.
$110 million in the Garden? Come on, dude. I mean, I don't know. Brunson.
Listen, man, it's a money grab, man. Listen, he's going to New York. He's going to New York to get paid. If Dallas can't match it, he's going to New York to get paid. Simple as that.
Mark got it.
As simple as that. He's going to get paid. He's not expecting to win nothing in New York. He know he ain't gonna win nothing there, but he gonna be the man. He gonna have a ball in his hand. He gonna be able to play and do his thing, and he gonna get paid. That's why you go to New York.
This is how I view New York right now. The New York Knicks. New York Knicks is that franchise, a team you can go play for, where like you playing in like the Y League or any type of man's league. and you got a squad you rolling with that you the best player on the squad because you already know. Hey, I'm about to get my numbers. I'm about to have all-star MVP numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about because like you said, Jay, they're not going with New York has not really made any type of real moves to actually be really that relevant. So if you I'm more power to you because like you said, his dad's on the coaching staff. I think the agent. His agent is involved with the New York Knicks with something I can't remember. I know I was listening to one of the radio shows. They were talking about it. So they like the New York Knicks know exactly what Jalen Brunson is going to be doing. They're just not saying anything. But like I said, they're not going anywhere. They're not really doing anything. They're not making any type of splash. So all more power to you, Jalen. Go in there, get your 110, baby. Let me hold 20. Let me hold 20.
He's not finna get 110.
No.
He's gonna get 110 from Dallas and come off the bench. Come on, man. He's not gonna be the backup point guard getting 110. He gone.
No.
Man.
Tim Hardaway come back. Tim Hardaway starting.
I got the cleanest Sacramento Kings shirt. So. I'm going to get that money. I got the cleanest Sacramento Kings shirt ever. I'm going to get the 110, man.
Jalen Brunson in Miami. I don't know what they're gonna do with Kyle Lowry, man. But
I don't know either.
But Brunson, I don't know if they're gonna pay him that 110. The Knicks is willing to pay the 110.
The Knicks are willing.
So he gonna go get that 110.
I think Mark Cuban might pull the trigger on that, man. But I see what you're saying. Not 110 to be. You got 110. You got to be on the court like when that ball goes in there.
That's what I'm saying. You're not giving
it just don't make sense. It don't make it don't make sense. No,
that's gonna ruin. Come on, 110, and I'm coming off the bench,
right,
bruh. I'm like,
them practices ain't gonna be good, man. The locker room ain't gonna be good.
He said the practices ain't gonna be no good.
When we come, baby.
You got a 110 guy on the second string. The practice ain't gonna be good, man.
Bruh, I'm at the club. I'm doing the worst stuff ever. I'm coming in with the red solo cup.
Getting them checks. Getting them checks,
boy.
Yeah, I say going to New York. Who else you got? Who next?
Let's make a transition from this whole free agency.
No. We got two other people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. We talked about Jay, but y'all was throwing me off with the whole thing, management.
I'm a Clipper fan. I know what that means.
Yeah. Your whole season was load, man.
Ridiculous. And now we got John Wall. We got John Wall, the ultimate load management king. Him and Kawhi. God, no, bro. What the?
Who next? Zach LaVine?
So next. So, but let's talk about Zach LaVine. We're gonna talk about Zach LaVine. Okay, so we all seen what Chicago kind of did this season, and we remember before All-Star break. Before All-Star break? Yeah, we were talking about they was poised. We thought like, man, DeRozan like MVP, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was the eggnog. I don't know what happened, but they just fell apart.
Yeah.
So I want to get you guys' thoughts on the situation with Zach LaVine. Is if he's going to stay in Chicago, or what could be some good fits? What could be some other teams that'd be good fit for him? Jay, you want to take the lead on this one?
Yeah. They was talking about he may have Portland might want to try to grab him, try to give him a run with Dame Lillard next year. That seemed like it'd be a good fit. But I think honestly, the Bulls will pay him. I think the Bulls gonna give him money and he gonna stay. We'll give him the max, and he'll stay in Chicago. So I don't think he's going nowhere. But I don't know why he would go to Portland. That'd be taking a step back. So we got something going in Chicago. We're a playoff team. I think we can make some noise next year. Everybody come back. So, and we got the money to pay him. So I don't see why he would leave if we want him to stay. So I think he's staying in Chicago.
before I throw it over to you, Rashard, I really want to throw something out because this is something I heard today on one of the sports talk radio stations. One thing that they're talking about, Kyrie opting in for Brooklyn. There's been some grumblings in the NBA that KD wants out of Brooklyn. Portland was one of the destinations that he was talking about wanting to go to. So I mean, like I said, the whole thing with the Zach thing, I think he's going to stay in Chicago. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it is what it is. Rashard, I know you're chopping at the bit, baby. Come on, hit it. Let's go ahead, hit us with it. The
big three is gonna be so cold in 2 to 3 years. Y'all don't get it. The big three gonna be cold, boy. It's gonna be cold, bruh. KD, be still. Harden, be still. Kyrie, you weird. Chill out. God damn. The city of Chicago, I know they love you, brother. Don't get jumping around. Stay there. And to jump on to add, which I know they can't do, I would love to see Ayton go there. Ayton go to Chicago, man. Chicago make a little noise in the East, man. You still got to go through. I don't care what nobody says. You still got to go through Boston. At Milwaukee, y'all better get Middleton ready because if not, it's a wrap. It ain't but 2 teams in the East. It's Boston and Milwaukee. It ain't no damn Philly. It ain't Miami. But Levine can flourish, but Chicago is just missing something. Jay, you the Bulls like is it an Ayton type player? But I know you got somebody like Ayton, you got to pay him though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Get paid. They're gonna have to pay him, and you need and Vucevic gotta go too. Vucevic gotta go. So he got too many burn accounts. KD got too many.
They need a ghostwriter of Twitter.
Ayton don't have to go. If Ayton come to Chicago, you gotta get Vucevic out of there. But I think I've been hearing talks about Ayton wanting to go to Brooklyn. Ayton might go to Brooklyn. So they might try to do that to keep KD, but Ayton may be trying to get his way to Brooklyn. They ain't gonna re-sign Blake Griffin. They ain't gonna re-sign Aldridge. None of them old dudes. So they might get Ayton out there. We'll see.
Brooklyn and the Lakers are the coldest intramural squads in the NBA. If anybody knows that inside joke, they'll get it. Brooklyn and the Lakers are the 2 coldest intramural squads in the NBA. I got nothing else to add to this segment. Nothing.
Now, talking about Brooklyn, they also had another player opt out of his contract as well, and that's Patrick Mills.
Oh, I like Mills.
Yeah, I've always liked Mills. I've liked his game. I think he's definitely a great locker room guy, but he's a solid player. I mean, he's definitely he can light you up from outside. He'll play defense. He's a smart player. He played those number of years with Coach Pop, and so and he played with Tony Parker, didn't he?
Yeah, he's his backup on his
backup,
way.
I believe.
Yeah.
Or he right
so
after.
He won a ring.
Yeah, so I mean, he won a ring. Yeah, I'm about to say I thought he won a ring. Yeah. So I mean, he's gotten great coaching. He's been behind some great players. So I mean, that's all to me. That's also big too because now you're losing. Good.
When did you do that?
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's another.
I think they keep him.
You add Mills to Boston, that wouldn't be bad. You add Mills to the Clippers, that wouldn't be bad at all.
So he can miss 40 games too?
They ain't going nowhere. Oh, we ain't gonna do nothing, bro.
He gonna get there and miss.
Why would he want to go there?
110 to New York for bro. Yeah, I'm going to LA, baby.
Tyronn Lue played in more games last year than y'all players did.
Yes.
Tyronn Lue
free throw percentage wasn't as high, but Tyronn,
any way to get the Clippers into these conversations.
Yo, next time, only time I want to hear you talking about the Clippers is if you talking about going to the barbershop.
Get the barbershop.
I need the Clippers right now.
I'm not.
I need the Clippers.
They don't hoist that trophy, bro. Y'all ain't gonna hear a peep out of me.
They ain't even
Zero.
finals, man. Stop talking about
Zero.
that.
Hey,
That's the other overrated intramural squad in the league.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the last time the Clippers made the playoffs, really made the playoffs, and actually was able to win a championship was when I was playing 2K14, and I got
hey, when you said championship, I'm looking like here we go. When you said championship, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Lead the Clippers out of there.
Yeah, they got
2 games that year.
yeah. Y'all lost 2 games. That's when I wasn't starting.
Simulated.
You know, I don't play the whole season. My squad was cold though. They was cold. Boy, I was making all kind of trades, baby. I'd have made you proud, man. I'd have made you proud.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. You gotta take a screenshot of that, man. I can put that on.
I got you. You can make that your background. All right, let's jump over to DeAndre Ayton. Okay. Now, this is one of those ones. It's like, is it the franchise that is the problem, or is it coaching, or is it just the player saying, you know, I'm kind of done with this. I don't even really want. Yeah, appreciate that. But like I don't even want to deal with that. Like it's like because if they were able to keep that team together, maybe plug a few more holes that they needed. Maybe they could have got back to the Western Conference final.
He's there for Christmas help. Because they know they're going to play Brooklyn and Miami on Christmas Day. Oh, man.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this has probably been one of the better shows we've done because the fan interaction has been great. I appreciate you guys are out there watching this. This makes us even better, man. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep it coming. But getting back to DeAndre Ayton, where could be some spots that he's able to land and be a little bit more successful.
They had Ayton. Y'all said Christian Wood went to Dallas, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So he can't go there. Where he can go somewhere and they can actually contend and be good.
Clippers.
Stop it, man! Trying to ruin this guy's career. He want to play basketball games. He's going to the Clippers.
Wow. You talking about the G League? Talking about their G League affiliation?
Santa Cruz. You want to go play for Santa Cruz? No, where he be most effective, where he can win. Let's see.
You got one person saying Dallas.
That's what I'm saying, but they got Christian Wood. If Christian Wood in there,
right.
I would agree.
Yeah,
but they already got Christian Wood.
He can go to Golden State, huh?
But I would agree. Nah, I ain't
here's one for you.
They got Wiseman over there. They got Wiseman over there in Golden State, so they ain't gonna be able to pay him. Timberwolves got Karl Anthony Towns, so he can't go there. They play the same position.
Yeah.
So you got to think where he go and actually contend, like and actually win.
Plus, they're gonna pay him money, so you got to factor, like you said last time. Ain't nobody gonna be 110 sitting on no bench.
Exactly. They got to be able to pay him money.
Miami could use him.
That's where I was going. You put him next to Bam. Bam ain't got to play the 5. You got him, Bam. You got Hero, and you got Jimmy. I can see Ayton down there in Miami, and I think he'd do well in Miami.
I think he would do very well because he wouldn't be stepping on nobody's toes.
Exactly.
And
exactly. Bam could be at his natural position.
Look like they really the Heat look like they really do get along. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and no, he would be coached.
Brooklyn is a foster home of the Brooklyn and LA are foster homes of the NBA.
He would be coached hard too. Spot. If you get a young player like Ayton with Pat Riley and Spo, I think.
Oh yeah, a young Ayton to with Pat.
I can see either Miami. I can see him in listen. So I got Miami or Toronto. I can see him playing in Toronto with Siakam and Van Vliet too.
Does Toronto still have it? Can Toronto still be a top 4?
Yes. If healthy, yeah.
Yeah, that was their problem. They had a lot of injuries. They had a lot of injuries. So, okay, let me ask you both this question then. Let's just deal with the East right now. Let's say this is the magical land of all trades work, all budgets work. You get all the people you want. Aiden will work with Cat. You know, Jay's tripping. Cat plays stretch.
It won't.
But let's say all things being fair, whatever. Let's say Bill lands in Boston. Okay. Let's say Aiden lands in Miami. All right. Yep. Looking at the East. Okay. With that being said, who do you think would have a better chance of not only coming out of the East but winning the championship between Boston, Milwaukee, and Miami?
Boston.
With those rosters, and you're talking about, let's say all the players that are there now are still there, or if they had to move a couple pieces, all those people are still there. Who do you think had that chance? And I think they're talking about Aiden going. They're saying no, they're still Boston and Heat, which we said the Heat, the Bucks, and the Sixers. I don't know about the Sixers.
He's not going to the Sixers. Not with Embiid there.
The Sixers ain't
nobody doing the Twin Towers in 2022.
With or without Aiden, the Sixers ain't as good as y'all think they are. Okay,
they're not. They're not.
Okay, so back to the question.
If Bradley Beal goes to Boston, then yes, I will go with Boston getting back. I think Boston could get back if they keep everybody. If we're talking about everybody stays where they at, and then Beal just go to Boston, I would go with Bradley. I'll go with the Celtics getting back before anybody else.
Okay.
Is the East so weak? I just thought of this. Is the East so weak to where? Why do we keep pumping up Miami?
Because they're a tough team.
What you mean? It was the best team in the Eastern Conference this past season, and they went to the finals 2 years ago.
But they didn't go to. But like Miami, like okay, you got Jimmy, you got Hero who act like he don't want to be there because he don't want to come off the bench no more. I'm looking like okay, so we keeping Milwaukee, Miami, and Boston. Phillies, we're done with them, right?
I was never with
Brooklyn will okay. If the 3 in Brooklyn play, can they be top 3 or would they just be a 4 in the East? If you put like what you just said, Jay, if you put Bill with Boston, what we said, Aiden to Miami, right?
Miami. Mm-hmm.
Could Brooklyn be at least a 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could be a 4.
I would put Brooklyn ahead of Philly if everybody played and everybody healthy. They could be a 4. They could be a top 4 team in the East.
Philly has shot themselves in the foot, and I just don't. I don't really see Philly doing too much, man.
I don't believe in him. I feel bad for Embiid, but
I do too. Yeah. When Harden went there, we had an episode. I said if I was Embiid, I would have been like, "Give me my MVP trophy now." This dude about to ruin my chances.
I don't believe in him, man.
I feel bad for the cat, man. He's gonna have to really sit down with the organization. Like, if y'all don't bring somebody in here, man, you're gonna have to tell us I gotta go.
Yeah,
he's gonna be into that Anthony Davis situation.
He's coming up on year 7 real soon.
Oh, see, that's a quick 7. I was about to ask you.
You get to that year 7. It's a player option at year 7. So
he's gonna have to.
Anthony Davis, KG situation.
Look at the teams we put in front of them: Miami, Boston, and Milwaukee. And then one of y'all said Toronto is right there without the injuries. Like, so I'm on a 6-7 seed in the East.
Yeah,
or a 5, 6, 7 seed in the East. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's frustrating. Yeah. And then y'all say Zion out West. I know that we talking about the East. Zion out West getting in shape. James, you got to come in here for real, bro. Like, me and you got to be this 1-2 punch, and we got to acquire somebody in during the season. But they still not gonna crack the top 3 that we just said.
I don't believe in them.
Okay, I'm gonna put this question up for Jay. This question is directed towards Jay, and then I got something else I got to put up after that. But this question is directed towards Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, please explain how Ayton would work with Bam, but not work with Cat.
Because, all right, so the reason it won't work with Cat, the number one thing we talk about with Minnesota is how Cat is not aggressive enough, or he doesn't play in the paint enough. That's why they can't get over the hump. Every time he stretch out and shoot jump shots and settle for jump shots, they don't win. We saw that in the playoffs this year. So if you want him to play inside, that's when he's most effective for them to be good. He can't play inside if Ayton there. So that's why it won't work. It'll just be 2 big guys, him on the outside playing soft, and you hoping Ayton play tough on the interior. All right. For Miami, the reason that works is because Bam is an undersized center. He's 6'9".
Yeah.
If you got a 7-foot Ayton, you can actually move Bam to the 4, and he can be an athletic 4. Just because he ain't stepping out and shooting jumpers, don't mean he can't be an athletic slashing power forward. So he can defend multiple positions. Cat can't defend multiple positions. So now you can move Ayton to the 5 to guard all your 5s, and now you got 6'9" Bam guarding wing defenders, guarding the pick and roll, taking all that away from Ayton. That's why that works. You still got shooters with Duncan Robinson. You still got Hero.
That's who we didn't name.
And you still got Max Strus. So you can stretch the floor. You can spread the floor out. You can put Bam at the 5 when you got matchups, but you can start them together. That's why it works.
Mm-hmm.
In the East,
Everything I said.
work in the East.
Okay, I can go along with that. Now this one.
Man.
Been a fan since '89, baby.
Yes, you keep telling us.
Ken Norman, baby. Ken Norman. Been a fan since '89.
I'm sorry, Ken. I'm sorry you did that to him, Ken.
Yeah, I know. That's just, I know. Okay, so gentlemen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take another quick, short break.
Yep.
Okay. When we come back, I've got a question for you, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Golden State Warriors. Okay. So I got a question for you. Then we're going to talk about the Golden State Warriors. So everybody, please stay tuned and come back and join us with more Hey Coach.
And he went to Crane High School in Chicago, by the way, too. I want to let you know that. Ken Norman.
We'll be back. Everybody, welcome back to the episode of Hey Coach. I'm Coach Tim Simpson, still rocking and rolling with Jay Mondane and Rashard Collins, Mr. Clipper himself. Guys, we've had a pretty. Please don't. I reserve the right. I reserve the right to boot you out.
I'm putting a hoodie on. There's 100 degrees in Houston. I'm putting a hoodie on in the joint.
Yeah, well, I'm not calling 911 for you, so I hope your wife's there. All right, so gentlemen, we've had a pretty good show. We talked about the NBA draft. We talked about the rookies that are coming out. We've talked about players who have been opting out and opting in to contracts, as well as some guys who we think going to be in the free agency market, and some fancy teams that we talked about putting together as well. So I told you guys before the break, I had a question I had to ask you before we get into talking about the before we get to talking about the Golden State Warriors, the championship run and everything. Yeah, the Red Solo
podcast punch, baby.
Yeah. Podcast punch. You already know.
You already know what this is. Look at the koozie. My bad.
Anyways, so my question to you is this. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about Kevin Durant. A lot of people, some people say, he's soft. Some people say, he worries way too much about what's going on Twitter instead of worrying about, making sure he stays, game ready to try to lead a championship, team to a championship. Which brings me to my question to you. Number one, is KD truly capable of leading a franchise to an NBA championship? Now, when I ask that question, some people are like, well, he did it in Golden State. But he had Steph Curry, he had Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. They had a great team. So some people say, well, did he really lead that team? Yes, he led them in scoring, and he did a lot. You know what I'm saying? I when I look at it, I can say yes. Most people say, they'll have Steph Curry's team. Yeah, I get that. But when you got somebody like him that can't nobody stop, and they have to play him basically one-on-one because you can't leave Steph and you can't leave Klay, it is what it is. You can call it unfair. You can call it whatever you want to. I don't care. But my question is, him being in Brooklyn, all right, you got the Kyrie Irving situation. They're trying to figure out what's going on with Ben Simmons. The rest of their roster is in a museum somewhere because they owe. So is KD truly capable of leaving the franchise to a championship? Jay, we're going to start with you on this one.
I'm going to say no. But the reason I say that is because it's two different ways to lead. I don't think he has the leadership intangibles to lead a team to a championship, right? I don't think he wants to be a leader like that. I don't think he wants to be the locker room guy. I don't think he wants to be the guy that's putting his arm around you and, going to dinners with you and doing the team building, the camaraderie thing that LeBron does and all that. He's not that guy.
Right.
It's not his personality. It's not who he is. But he can be the best player on every team. So yes. I think there's a difference between the two. So everybody that, for whatever reason, doesn't like KD, I don't know what he did to y'all or did to your mama or your girlfriend, but all these people that don't like him, like they know him personally, it's crazy to me. It's the same with LeBron. Like, how do you not like these dudes? If you're a fan of basketball, how can you not like these dudes? They're the best.
Thank you.
What they do, right?
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that. But when it comes to KD, I just think he just wants to master the game of basketball and be the best player. Everybody else has a narrative that he needs to be this because people in the past were this, and his contemporaries today are leaders like this. That ain't him. But I guarantee every single player that you talk about that's better than him or a better leader than him or can win better than him, I guarantee if you ask them if they want to play with KD, they'd all say yes. Because he would be the best player on their team.
Except for LeBron.
So he would still be the best player on that team. So
no, I'm saying he wouldn't want to play with him. He ain't never said he wanted to play with KD.
Yeah. Who he picking in the All-Star game if KD picking against him?
Yeah, exactly. So, right.
What I'm saying is this: he will be the best player on any team, but he doesn't necessarily have to be the captain of the team, right? I've been on teams where I've been the best player on the team and somebody else was the captain, and I've been on the teams where I've been the captain of the team and the best player was somebody else. I've been in both dynamics because I've played a lot of basketball, played for a lot of years, so I've been young enough to be the best player on the team and just do my thing, hoop, score, do whatever to win. And we all get the credit. And I've also been on a team where I've been the older guy and I've been the leader and learned how to lead and had younger guys go get it. So I understand both sides of it. I think KD is just the type of player that just wants to hoop and come to the gym and perfect this game. And whatever y'all need me to do on the court to win the ball game, I'm going to do all of that. So that's why I say no. I don't think he's going to lead a team because he doesn't have those leadership intangibles, but you want him on your team because he's going to be the best player.
Yep, I agree. I think to lead a squad, with it being the way these teams are stacked now, 2022, so who's really by themselves? Maybe Dame. Maybe Dame. Like, who's Dame's Batman, Robin? You know what I'm saying? So he already got Kyrie. I mean, he's there. So to me, it's one of those, can y'all get y'all stuff together and get over this hump? He just wants to hoop, man. That dude just wants to hoop. And I've heard it over and over and over with reporters just saying stuff. I'm getting like, this dude go to the Rucker. I'm not going to the Rucker and I'm in the NBA, bro. I might be a rookie. I'm not going to the Rucker and y'all know who the hell I am. I'm not doing that. I'm not even going to watch.
Right.
So he out here like that. That dude wants to hoop. That's it. He don't give a damn about putting his arm around nobody. Come on, big fella, let's get it. He ain't never been that.
Right.
No.
He ain't never. You might have hit a good shot, and I, put my arm around like, hey man, that's what's up. Ooh, let's go. Let's get this defense. One of those. But as far as the clap, rah, KD's not. He doesn't come off to me as that person. No. When he was at Golden State, and they kept saying this last week. Steph took a step back like D Wade did LeBron. I'm like, do y'all realize Steph was still putting up points? Like, bro, like, I have no problem going to the park and my squad is loaded because it's 8 other dudes getting ready to. I'm not, bro. We lose. I'm out, bro. I'm about to go drink.
Everybody play like that. Don't nobody want to go to the gym and play with a bunch of bums,
bro. I'm asking somebody, hey, the score 11-8. Who got next? You got next? Hey, bro, let me run. You got let me run with you. I don't give a damn about this game now. And I'm about to run with Jay. Jay got next. No, KD, bro. That dude just wants to play ball, but he cannot leave Brooklyn without a chip. Them two, you gonna turn into the greatest John Sally ever. You got rings, bro, but there ain't nobody putting John Sally in nobody's category, bro. They're gonna dismiss if he don't win in Brooklyn because that's why they say he left. That's why they say he left. No, I'm going off of just think about it. John Sally got rings, right?
You
Robert
just
Horry
said
got
John
rings.
Sally and KD.
Robert, no, listen where I'm going with.
Okay.
With rings. They say he left because he wanted to go to Brooklyn to prove that he could do it himself. You're not by yourself. You were one of the coldest guards in the league. So unless you're just gonna put him and a bunch of bums, and okay, Danny Manning, go do your thing. In the NBA, no, it ain't happening. He gonna have somebody else. It might not be the big 3, but it's gonna be 2. Danny Manning, he carried Kansas. We can't name a person on that damn squad.
So that's college. So
exactly, but nobody's doing that.
How does that correlate with John?
Just by themselves, like, can he be the leader, or can he just be the coldest dude on the court? He gonna be the coldest one. You already said that. He damn sure.
Well,
he get on the team and somebody else is better than him. Welcome to Golden State.
So how did John Sally get in this?
I don't know. But I'm asking
because no. This is what I said. Tim. Because I think he had something to do with the rings at Golden State. I personally do. But
they don't win them without him. What do you mean had something to do?
I don't think they're going to beat Cleveland without him.
I personally think I know he had something to do with it. I listen to stations and they just be like, oh, he joined. I'm like, this dude has something to do with that. Like, why y'all dogging KD like this dude is a bum? Like, I listen to New York radio.
They wouldn't have flew to the Hamptons if it wasn't otherwise.
Think about what I'm saying. But I listen to New York radio. Okay. And them fans up there,
that's your first problem.
They talk about
that's your problem. You listen to me, yeah.
Had a team
but this is the mindset of we're all fans, though.
If them fans, no, I got you.
Yeah. I'm like, this dude was.
If them fans was born after 1975, they ain't seen a championship there,
bruh. If that boy wouldn't have got hurt, Golden State was gonna win another one, dude. Him and Clay, they was. No, I'm a KD fan. I'm just like, people act like the ones he won in Golden State was like, win one. Okay, win in Brooklyn for us.
They don't win without.
Okay, no. Here's my thing, and like I said,
not at all.
No, they don't. No, here's my thing. When it comes to that, the whole him going to Golden State and joining. First of all, he was a free agent. He decided to go. I'm saying if he decides to go, that's his prerogative. Why are all these people beating him up for going to Golden State? Like, oh, he just wanted to go because he wanted to be over there so he can win the win. Yes, I want to win the ring. What are you talking about? I'm already getting paid. Let me get my ring. Okay, I got my ring now. I'm good.
We all know why he got pushed back, because he went to the team that beat him the previous year.
Yes, I know. Yes, I get that.
So we know. But if you ask him why he went, he didn't go, he's a better version of Carmelo. Wow. Okay. So so the reason he went, and if you ask him, he tells you exactly why he went. He tells you everything KD says is always consistent. He is a hooper, he want to hoop, he wants to be in the best position to win, and he wants to play basketball a certain way. He said Golden State played a certain way, and that's how they even pitched it to him. Like, we play ball like this. We think you would fit here, and obviously you want him or you want Harrison Barnes. So of course he's gonna go to Golden State. So people in their feelings because he went to another team and won championships. But if he didn't win no championships, y'all would be saying he didn't win no championships. So he can't win. He can't win for losing. So he went and won championships and won Finals MVPs. It ain't like he sat on the bench and won them and left. So
okay, so let me ask you a hypothetical question then. Jen. So what would have been the narrative if he'd have went and they would have lost those two championships instead of winning?
Say that again.
Golden State would have lost. It wouldn't have been on KD. It wouldn't have been on KD if they would have lost.
What if they'd have lost those two championships instead of him winning?
Oh, they'd killed him anyway. I mean, he getting killed for winning them. So that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't. It was a lose-lose situation.
If you know what Jay just said? If they murdered this dude because they got to,
right?
Oh God,
it was a lose-lose situation. You might as well go there. Listen,
like, I'm out.
If I'm in a lose-lose situation, I might as well go out there and kill and get the rings. It's gonna kill me if I don't.
Right.
But just like you just said, Tim, free agent. Okay, back to the decision. Have y'all ever been to Cleveland, Ohio?
Yeah.
Okay, I got an option to stay in Cleveland or Miami. What?
Unfortunately, I've been to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't fault LeBron for leaving either.
I don't care about 110.
No.
I'm out.
I don't fault LeBron.
I don't care about 110.
You ask anybody that know me, my favorite LeBron is the LeBron from like 2012, 2013. This dude was Thanos.
Man.
2012. He was the best LeBron ever. I want that LeBron every year. So no. Go win.
Especially
win. You still got to play.
Especially when he came out with the black mask. When he came out with the black mask.
Listen,
like Chauncey Billups.
At the end of the day, everybody in their feelings, I wouldn't play for nobody to beat me, or I wouldn't do that. You still have to go out and perform. How many teams were supposed to win championships that didn't win?
The Lakers with Malone, Peyton.
Peyton.
They got hurt.
So even with all that pressure, all the backlash, everybody throwing stones, he still went out and did his thing and was the best player throughout the entire playoffs. Twice.
Yeah.
So you still got to go out and do it. LeBron went to Miami. Everybody was talking crazy because he said not 2, not 3, not 4. He still went back to back and won. He still went there and won. So
and then went to Cleveland.
And then went to Cleveland and did it again. You still got to win.
Y'all go ahead and get the statue on the front lawn or the back lawn, but I need my statue before I walk about this game.
Still got to win. You talking to a Bulls fan that grew up in the 90s. I saw all of the titles. All of the titles. I even skipped school to go to the parade in 1998.
How was that?
Sorry, Mama, if you watching this, Mama. I even went to the parade.
I'm telling.
That's what I'm saying. The pressure that was on the Bulls to win every single year, you still have to go out and perform. Everybody want to win, bro. You still have to go out and do it. So the fact that they did it, he don't get the credit for going out and doing it, even though the expectations was through the roof. He went out and did what he was supposed to do. He got 2 out of 3, and he tore his whole damn leg off and didn't get the third one. He would have had 3 in a row.
Yes.
So what are we talking about?
So let me ask you a follow-up question then.
Yeah.
And Jay, you just said that. You just said it. And this is something that I talked about before where I can't remember who was talking about it, but I said the similar thing. The expectations were sky high for that Golden State team when he came. So to me, it's like it's hard. It's even harder to win. It's even harder because everybody expects you to win. They were almost saying, oh, they're going to be the first team to go undefeated, in the regular season. you know, and all this stuff there. They're definitely winning the championship. But it's like when so it'd be like us three going to go play pickup ball. It's just us three playing 3-on-3, and 3 third graders come walking out. Like you think we're gonna win? I think we're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like it's almost like that scenario. Like everybody's like, oh man, I think we're gonna go with those guys. I think they're gonna probably win this game. You know, and like I said, like they're already playing at a high level, anyways. All right, they're playing on the grandest stage, and then you add the added pressure of what people are saying in the media, what even people in your own circles are saying.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that, Jay?
It's the Floyd Mayweather effect, right? So what I mean by the Floyd Mayweather effect.
I like that.
Floyd Mayweather is undefeated boxer, right? Every time Floyd Mayweather fight, he was the hottest ticket. He had the biggest purse. You know why? Half the people wanted to see him lose. The other half
people wanted to see him win.
Wanted to see him win, but everybody watched regardless.
Yes,
and that's
yes.
what Golden State was with KD. Half the world wanted KD to lose, fall on his face. Same thing with LeBron when he's in Miami. Half the world wanted to see him lose. Half the world wanted to see him win, but everybody was watching. Same thing.
Agreed.
Golden State's like Clemson and Alabama in football, man. It's like they you expect them to be there. Like you expect them to be there. Like, really, when he got there, it was just like, what were they gonna finish 7th in the West? Hell no. It's gonna be what?
No, he's the best player in the NBA because they won. But before he won, it was LeBron. I got it right. Okay,
well, I get it. What about Scottie Pippen effect?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike didn't win nothing without Scottie. He didn't win nothing without Scottie. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
And then Scottie didn't win without Mike.
So and Mike didn't shoot some of them shots, and he pushed off on Russell, and Paxson had to hit a shot, and Kerr had to hit a shot. Don't get me started with that one.
It's a team game, man. Nobody.
Now it's a team game.
It always was. That's what we talking about. Him going to Golden State. It's a team game.
We just got to talking about can KD, not can KD's team, but can KD lead?
Right. We talking about leading. I said he's the best player on the team, but he's not going to lead. If we talking about winning championships,
leader, he don't have that voice. I don't think nobody would take him serious if he started talking reckless in the locker room.
That ain't his personality.
But
he's not that guy.
Get away from
no.
You already. You got 38
guy.
at halftime, man. Leave me alone.
No, he's not that guy.
Here's my
guy, and he's not. He's been in the league for 15 years. Like he is.
No.
Right.
And here's my thing to go along with that. And Jay said this earlier, also in this segment. Guys have got to understand, and it's not just guys, but the teams and even other people. They got to understand, like Jay said earlier, there's different ways to lead. You don't have to be vocal. I mean, look at Kawhi Leonard. He's not vocal. I think that was one of the things that someone said that him and Pop had kind of not really got into it, but kind of had a little creative differences when it came to the Spurs, that he just was not that vocal guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you don't have to be vocal. I always tell my players, y'all talk too much. Okay? Play the game. Let your game do the talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to be so vocal all the time, because then you start becoming like the Boston Celtics, where you're complaining about all the calls. You're complaining about this. You're going to the basket looking for contact instead of looking to finish. Find a way to lead that's not gonna be so devastating to your team, but still allows you to be the best player you can possibly be. I have no problems with KD. I have no problems with him. I think he's right now one of the top players in the NBA right now. And when healthy, especially when healthy, there's not anybody can really stop that dude. The only thing you can do is just play as tough defense you can, make the shot as difficult as you can for him, and throw a penny in the wishing well and hope he misses.
And you better be 6'10" out there trying to guard him too.
So like I said, man, we can get into that all day, all night. Like I said, my only problem right now with KD is too much talking in the media. Too much of the tweeting back and forth. That part, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, if you're going by the correct way, you don't necessarily have to defend yourself all the time. Let somebody else defend you. You know what I'm saying? Just go out, play the game. Like I said, I think he's a phenomenal player. I think he's a phenomenal person. And I'm hoping a lot of this stuff subsides, but I think a lot of it will, if he's able to at least, be a part like he was with the Golden State and lead them at the very least to the conference finals. If he can lead him to the conference finals, this is definitely a different story. If he can get him to the chip to play to the finals, this whole conversation is done.
Right.
But I think but we all know there's a lot of variables, injuries, not only to your own squad but other squads. Yeah. Being able to mesh together, come together at the right time and play. Like we saw with Golden State, how they came along, how Boston turned the corner. You know what I'm saying? And they came along. Sometimes it's just everything clicks at the right time. And I think right now, go ahead. What
I could appreciate about KD, I didn't mean to cut you off. He never tried to be like anybody else in the league.
Mm-mm.
You get what I'm saying? Like he's not the next. Like he wasn't trying to be Dirk at the same height. He wasn't trying to be LeBron. He wasn't, and I like Melo. He wasn't trying to be Melo.
Yeah.
KD just came out of Texas and he just hooped, man. And
I
wonder how much big. And I'm this is not a trivia question, but I wonder how much bigger he is now than he was when he first, like weight wise.
Yeah.
10 pounds, give or take.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I want to say something, Sean. I wasn't shaking my head at you.
Oh no,
I was shaking my head. No, I was shaking my head at something you said because I get so tired of hearing it from other people. I'm getting so sick and tired of whether it's a parent, whether it's a coach, whether it's a scout, whether it's the media. I'm getting so sick and tired of people talking about, well, he's going to be the next this, he's going to be the next that. And then what happens with that dude's career if he doesn't tune that stuff out? He's trying to actually to chase that. It's like let him be the best, the next best thing of them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just stop looking for the next Michael Jordan. Stop looking for the next Kobe Bryant. Stop looking for the next LeBron. Stop looking for the next KD. Let these dudes find their own identity. I mean, yeah, you can compare parts of games. Yeah, I get that. But when you try to say, oh, well, this like they did with Ben Simmons. Oh, he's the next Magic Johnson. No, Magic could freaking shoot if he was open. Yeah, but I'm saying all those names that you just named off, all of them could shoot the ball. But they can shoot the ball is what I'm saying. They can shoot the ball.
This is
you
why
with Ben Simmons and you with the Clippers.
This is why I do not care for AAU. Most of it. My nephew played all that. That's great. Bro, if you look at any of the highlights with the ball's life and all that right there, what are they?
No, I hear you.
Come on, Disco. If y'all look, all the highlights are offensive play, and if you see the dude with a defensive play, it's a steal with a score.
With a score, yeah.
When am I gonna see an AAU highlight and this dude is out here like Gary Payton, the glove, slapping the floor like let's get it, locking somebody up? Everything's a highlight, bro.
Yeah.
Everything's a highlight. Stop looking for LeBron's hairline.
Y'all, man, hey,
he need to come on home. LeBron needs to come on like Chuck and Shaq said. He need to come on home, man.
Boy, he said his hairline leaning back like Fat Joe.
Hey,
boy.
Joe,
hey, okay. So that was my pop-up question as far as KD goes. So let's transition over to one of the other franchises that KD played for, the Golden State Warriors, who are this year's NBA champions. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors, that franchise, the fan base. Congratulations to all you. Do they have what it takes to repeat?
If Wiseman can get healthy and get on the court, yeah.
So all things created equal, everybody's healthy for the entire year through the playoff run. Can they repeat?
Would be I think Clay will show us a little bit more because, like I said, Clay doesn't. I mean, there's too much money out there, man. Clay would have went out there and tried to be the defensive stopper, like Smart kind of plays a little tough defense. Clay would have got hurt, man. So Clay gets an off season where he's healthy. Draymond they're all smart basketball players, man. Wiggins, I'm glad he came into his own and he got his money and he's really earning an NBA check, and you ain't just a name after your daddy. You actually out here doing something. You know what I'm saying? Looney's just the JaVale McGee of the squad. Ain't nobody asking Looney to do nothing, but Looney out there playing. Looney ain't out there complaining. You know what I'm saying? So Golden State, I want to see Wiseman. I saw the couple of games he played in Memphis. That's why I always bring him up. I just want to see, like, is this a wasted talent or is this dude, like, is he really, really good? And I think if Wiseman can get on the court, I think they, is Wiseman more of an offensive player or is he both offense and defense?
Nah, he's more of a scorer, but he can be a rim protector for him, though.
Okay.
He can be a rim protector. He can be a DeAndre Ayton. I think, I think they got what it takes to repeat. Anytime a team wins the championship, you kind of got to give them the nod that they'll repeat if the whole team come back, if they stay intact.
Yep.
Like, I think with James Wiseman coming back, if he 100%, Clay with both of the knee and the Achilles injury, it takes you usually a full year to get right. So I think having this full year, this off season, if he ain't tripping and falling over girls at the parades no more.
Like his daddy said, that lady flopped, man.
Right.
His daddy said that lady flopped yesterday.
I think he'll be back. I know Wiggins want more money, but if they get Wiggins back and Gary Payton II, I think Iguodala is retiring probably. I think Iggy probably done. Unless he just want this Udonis Haslem money.
Hey, I was about to say.
Unless he want this Udonis Haslem checks, but he might be done.
I swear to God, I was just about to say that.
But I think Kuminga steps into that role. I think Kuminga plays more next year. Jordan Poole will get better. I know he want to get paid, but I think if everybody stayed, they got to be the favorites to repeat with everybody coming back. And everybody coming back, and you get Clay a year healthier, and you get Wiseman. I think you got to get them the nod to repeat.
Because Phoenix is going to drop down. Aiden leaves. Phoenix is not going to be who they used to be.
Yeah, Phoenix is gone, man. This was it.
So now going back to the original question as well. All things being created equal, all teams healthy. If Boston and Golden State met up again, all sides healthy, do you still think Golden State wins that series?
Yeah, I give them the nod again this year. I picked Boston in 6.
I'm talking about next season.
No, I'm saying this year I picked Boston in 6. Y'all know the reason. And y'all know the reasons I picked Boston already. But going into next year, Wiggins will everybody will be a year better. I mean, Steph will be a year older than Draymond, but Wiggins will be a year better, more experience. Jordan Poole will be a year better experience. Now they add James Wiseman to match Robert Williams. So yeah, I think Golden, even if they match up again, I would get a nod to Golden State.
Yeah, I think Golden State will go. I'm gonna go make it short. I think Golden State can get back there and can win it. But I will give a nod to your Boston team. They are not going nowhere, dude. Like Boston they here for the next 3. Boston is right where they need to be at, dude. Right where they need to be.
Who you think, Tim?
Well, I what I look at is what all things you just said, Jay. We're breaking down like the players that were going on there. I think Wiseman would be a huge help, but we also got to understand Wiseman has no experience in the NBA right now. So he would have to play a full year and try to play catch up as far as that experience being in that moment and playing at that high level.
Right.
So if I look at Wiseman as far as going against Robert Williams, I give the edge to Robert Williams. Okay. Now, if you're looking at the rest of the lineup, you got an Al Horford, who's he's aging as well, and then you say let's break down the matchup. Let's say it's Robert Williams, James Wiseman, Al Horford, Draymond Green, Jason Tatum, Andrew Wiggins, Brown,
Clay,
and then if Smart's there, Smart Kurt. There's a lot there. Yeah, and we always talk about matchups and everything, right? Mm-hmm. I think 1 through 4, 1 goes to Golden State. 2 is a toss-up.
But that was the matchup this year, and you could have did that. And Boston probably won.
Boston had one of the best defenses in the league.
Boston would win position by position, but
at the same time, But at the same time, Robert Williams he was nowhere near healthy.
Right.
I'm talking about all the way healthy with what he's actually been able to do, even against Golden State. He changes the whole dynamic of that. You know, and you and I both have played, and I know Rashard, you play, and I've had knee issues. When you can't get up and jump or move like you normally do, your whole game changes.
Yeah. And
if you're a defensive player, especially if you're the defensive player, whether you're the lockdown defender or if you're a paint defender, your whole thing changes because your reaction time is not going to be the same. You go to try to move, and I know I do it now. Even when I go to get up off the couch to go to the refrigerator, I go to get up, and I'm like, oh, wait, hold up. I can't go that way yet. Let me take two steps this way first, and then I'm gonna go that way.
I never had a major sports injury, man. Through track and basketball, I never had a major sports injury. Ever.
Well, you are very, very fortunate.
Right.
Yeah, you are very fortunate. I never had an injury where I did surgery.
I never had nothing crazy, and I was like, as much as I played, I was just like, wow, I don't. So I can't even relate.
Now this is a good question. Do we think that this loss will affect Tatum's mentality, or does he leave it on the court and the pass back?
This would have been the summer if he needed Kobe any summer, this was gonna be it. This was gonna be it. I said it earlier. Like what does Tatum need to do? Just play better. Like, okay, you can shoot, you play good enough defense, you know how to dribble. Like, what do you need to do? Get more
I think his main problem that I was seeing, I think we said this about another player, John Morant. His decision making on some things that he was doing.
Right. He was forcing it over.
Yeah, he was forcing the ball. Yeah, he was forcing the ball too much. But the whole team, I'll be honest, the whole team was. They're just the value, the emphasis of value on the ball and the possession, I don't think was there. And they just kept turning the ball over and this and that. But like I said, with all that, I think if both teams are healthy, I think it becomes a more exciting NBA Finals if those two teams were to meet again. If everybody was healthy, I think it'd be even more exciting because number one, there'd be no excuses, and we all know there's no excuses in sports, whether you hurt or not. If you get out there, that means you're saying you're gonna give your all. There's no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, like I said, go ahead.
Was Boston's turnovers due to team chemistry or basketball IQ? If I think Jay is going to go backdoor and I go ahead and throw the pass, like when the quarterback throws the ball before the receiver has turned, was that some of their stuff, or were you just careless with the ball and you was getting doubled? He was getting doubled and he was trying to get rid of it too fast.
It was careless.
Did I explain that? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I think it's just carelessness. Because the thing is he wasn't making the reads fast enough. Because I can see if I'm dribbling the ball, I can see almost immediately when somebody's making it or coming to try to double team me. You know what I'm saying? You can see that. And the kid, he's like 6'8"?
6'8", but that's basketball IQ though, bro. That's why if y'all ever watch, if y'all ever pay attention to Golden State, as much as Curry would go behind his back like he in the 8th grade and throw that ball away. I was like, Curry ain't looking at this.
But dude, he know he can get it back. He can get it back on the 3.
But you know, that's what I'm saying with basketball IQ. Curry ain't looking at this dude. This dude ain't looking at Curry like, oh my God, go get him. I'm looking like you. So if you don't have that basketball IQ, man, you're not gonna flourish, man. That's why the Dukes of the world and the North Carolinas, like, bro, you come in here and think you about to play against all these cats and just do all this, you gonna get ran out the gym, man. I'm gonna backdoor, I'm gonna pick you, I'm gonna do all this. You in here chasing, you can't slide your feet. If you don't have basketball IQ, and I think Golden State is one of the teams, just like the Spurs, basketball IQ. Parker and them, yes. Manu, Duncan, Kawhi, them boys, Bowen, them boys just. I don't have to keep yelling at you. Go ahead, Jay.
I think they got it. I don't think it was an IQ thing with Boston. I think it was just an experience thing. Playing against Golden State sped them up. That's why they had so many turnovers. Golden State, all you got to do is watch film. You can see they don't have a point guard. Like they don't even get a ball to Marcus Smart to make plays or initiate offense. Like everything was going through Tatum. So all they had to do was, okay, if we speed them up, they don't play fast. Everything they did against the Heat was half court. Everything they did against Brooklyn, half court sets. Like everything was half court sets. Now Dallas plays like that up and down because they got Luka to make plays. The reason Golden State can play the way they play, Steph go behind the back, throw turnovers, is because they get more possessions than everybody else. You can turn the ball over 20 times if you get 120 possessions. You can't turn the ball over 20 times if you get 100 possessions. You see what I'm saying? So that's why 3 out of them 6 games, Boston didn't even score 100 points. They don't get enough possessions to turn the ball over that much.
But
so that's what
I think, and that was a great point. That's a great point, though, Jay, because of the fact that I don't think people were giving Golden State enough credit for their defense because they were holding Boston under 100 points, and not very many teams was able to do that. And I just don't think they were. And I don't think they gave them enough credit for that because I thought they played phenomenal, and I knew as soon as they started speeding them up because everybody knew the magic number was 16.
Yeah,
the magic number was 16. If they turn the ball over 16 or more times, then they lose.
And it's we play in the league. I play in the league on Tuesdays with some of my boys that I played with the Soul with.
Okay,
Nick Mosley, AJ. Shout out to them.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's up, boys? How y'all doing?
We play in the league on Tuesdays out here. When we play against teams that we know ain't that good and they ain't got nobody that can play, we speed them up. We'll call a timeout like, look, they ain't got nobody that can handle the ball. So we just gonna make them play fast. We jump at them, we trap them in the corners, we speed them up, and they turn the ball over, and we get extra possessions. We already gonna get more possessions than you anyway. And now you're gonna give us 15 more, 20 more.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you're gonna win. So I don't think it had nothing to do with IQ. I think but that they didn't make any adjustments and they didn't have a point guard to set them up.
My thing when I use the phrase IQ, because we all grew up in the Midwest. We all play fundamental basketball like a mud. You've been in the league. This ain't their first year.
Right.
If you done made it to the finals, you didn't overcame, you didn't did everything, boom, boom, boom. Now you in the finals. Okay, game 1, you won. Got it, cool. Everybody was kind of like, oh my God, Golden State in trouble. Then all of a sudden they tied it up. You watching film nowadays. You got tablets on the thing. You watching. Are y'all not talking on the play? Like my thing when I say IQ, is it the one-handed bounce pass? Is it the two-handed? Was it the throw? Are y'all not even I could go to 24-hour fitness right now. I played a couple of years ago. I'm out there talking dudes like, where'd you coach at? And I just started laughing. I said, so-and-so middle school. Because I did. Because the middle school, I was like, he said, you never stop talking the whole time. He said, you did everything but take a charge out here. I'm looking like, it's basketball, dude. Like it's basketball. Like, don't come down. Yeah. This is what I like about Golden State. I think Klay gonna make every shot. I think Steph gonna make every shot. I don't think Draymond gonna make everything. I want Wiggins to because I want you to have a good career. Bro, they can turn the ball over, get the ball back. That team that's guarding Golden State, if Steph gets the ball, it's oh hell. It's oh hell. Like, boy got handles. They keep acting like he don't have handles. The boy can create his own shot. Yeah. And it's I like the fact that once you miss and you got to go back on defense, I'm like, why Jay shoot that shot? God, now we on defense. Jay's like, damn, now it's a 5-on-4. Like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man.
And with Golden State, a lot of theirs come from years of chemistry, right? They got chemistry.
But that's where I think that's where I'm going. I'm missing my words with IQ as far as chemistry. I think Boston has enough people that's been in the league, not necessarily together, in the league to be able to read. You in the NBA, bro. You should be able to be like, okay, I know this is a backdoor cut. I know this is this. My man's cheating over here. I'm telling you now, if I was a coach, I'm running the Princeton offense with athletes. I'm killing everybody, dude, because don't nobody want to play defense.
Right. Now, I will say this about that Boston team. They have been that actual squad has actually been together for a little while. Now they've had some pieces leave. They added a couple other pieces, but like their starting 5, they've been together for quite a few years. Go ahead, Jay.
Yes, you're right. They have been together, but what Golden State showed us, there's a difference between a young core trying to learn how to win and a core that already knows how to win. Right? They're still learning how to win together at the highest level. Golden State done won at the highest level, got injured, fell off, and came back. The Golden State chemistry is so tight. Golden State chemistry is so tight that you can look in that series. Andrew Wiggins will do something crazy in the game, and Iguodala was coaching him. Like Steve Kerr don't even talk to his players.
He ain't got to say nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Iggy can step into that role and tell them exactly what Kerr would tell them because they've been together for 8-9 years. And that's different. That's different between Boston with they 5. These dudes weren't even in the league when Golden State got together.
And Jay, that's why I say I keep crossing
and the first year head coach.
Right. That's why I keep crossing over with the word. That's why I keep mixing my words with chemistry and IQ. You just said it. Iggy, Kerr could be over here on the. I don't even know if Kerr got a marker. I think Kerr just on the side like, yeah, go ahead and go in there, bro.
They give him one every once in a while.
Iggy can sit there and a player. You got to think. I know Tim. If you coach it, I need you. You know, you need to do the traditional. Everybody look at me. Boom, 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 boom. Iggy could pull Wiggins to the side while everything else is going on and be like, "Hey, bro, look, the man is playing you to your left. You're right-handed. Back him down. Put him on your hip. Pump fake him. He got three fouls."
Yes.
I used to tell when I used to coach, I used to ask everybody on the bench. I need everybody engaged because when I played in high school, I set the bench because I didn't care. I'd be like, I need you to keep no, I'm being real. I need you to be like, fouls. Is this person? I used to ask my team during the first quarter, your man you guarding is left-handed or right-handed? Don't give me the dumb look because now you're coming out the game. So you didn't even pay attention when I told you got number 22. You don't even know if he's left-handed or right-handed. When I played in college, bro, I would sit next to while everybody's warming up. I would sit next to the coach and do that little bull crap, little dribble under the legs. Yeah. Warming up, I'd be like, for what? I ain't no shooter. I can score. It's a difference. I'm like Kenny Anderson. I can score. Kenny Anderson ain't gonna kill you for no 3-point line. I can get to the hole. I can dunk. I'm gonna play defense. This is what I need. I said, who do I have? You got number 22. I said, oh, he's left-handed. Think about it. In warm-ups, where are you gonna shoot from? Your sweet spot. So guess what? I got 22. 22 can't shoot no 3. He's gonna be in the block. Boom, boom, boom. I'll be like, oh, coach, I'm good. It's a wrap. Let me get these 3 little layups and keep it moving. I had my middle school team doing that. Is he left-handed or right-handed? If you can answer and I'm being for real, if Tim is starting and he can't tell me, and I done told you 10 minutes ago you got 22, Jay, go ahead and get him. But coach, you ain't even paying attention. Jay over here on the bench. He know his man's left-handed. Go get him. I said, I don't give a damn if you force him to his left. Still play defense. He ain't gonna never not be able to go to his damn left. Play D. Play D.
Yeah.
I don't know what you don't know if your man's left-handed or right-handed when you guarding somebody? You serious right now?
No, I'm
one move. And the first time you do an and one move, you're going, holler at me, playboy. Come on over here and holler at me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Guys, look. We've had a great show. Okay, we've had a great show. You guys always make this show 100% better, but I'm gonna tell you right now, these fan interaction, the comments just took the show to a whole new level.
Appreciate y'all.
So we definitely appreciate y'all for joining us and tuning in. And then also want to tell you that you can always catch the live stream or here on YouTube, catch our past episodes or our YouTube channel as well. If you want to listen to the audio portion of the show, you can go to anchor.fm/Hey Coach T. And of course, you can always catch us on, these are our social media platforms. Catch us on our Facebook platform at Timothy Richard Jamal, our Twitter at Hey Coach Podcast, and Instagram at, you guessed it, Hey Coach Podcast.
Got a question before we go, Tim. Is
Go for
everybody getting the alert that we're live? Because Disco, which was his nickname, Hollywood, he told me last week he didn't get it. My homegirl, she didn't get hers. The live that we were live. Is it just StreamYard, or is it through when Anthony's on here that they're getting the live alerts?
They should get it on YouTube if they subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, they got to be a subscriber. So as long as they're a subscriber, they should be getting it. So I mean, that's something
they've gotten it. The crazy thing, the reason why I say it, because they've gotten it in the past, but they didn't get it like
thank you, Hollywood,
last week. Appreciated this. They didn't get it, and I texted him just early when we was going on. I said, hey, we're going live. He said, all right, bet, I'm on it. So I didn't know if he actually got the booking card.
They got to subscribe.
Yeah, I don't. They definitely got to be subscribers on it. And then I mean, that's another thing. We could just make sure we send a Facebook post out, Facebook post out or something like that, saying, "Hey, going live here in a little bit." I would love at some point in time to just do a show where we just have our viewers come on and just ask us questions. What we think about this and that. Maybe that's something we can get set up and do, but we'll work towards that. But guys,
do it in between season 2 going into season 3. We can
while Anthony's working on that blooper reel for us.
Yeah, we can do a Q&A in between seasons.
Yeah. So guys, you guys have any final thoughts on this show and things we talked about, guys?
My thought is America needs to get it right with Brittany Griner and get her back, because this is ridiculous, man.
I agree.
This is getting ridiculous.
I agree.
Friday, right?
Right, but we already been on it for 2 hours.
Yeah, America needs to get a lot of things right, and I'm not getting on that subject right now. This is a basketball show, not the. But no, I agree. Jay, you got anything, buddy?
No, man. One of these days we're gonna get through a show without talking about Ben Simmons and the Clippers. Maybe. Nope. I don't know. Nope. We might, maybe not. But I'm gonna go see the LA Clippers on Friday. There you go.
Well, like I said, thank you all of y'all for joining us and enjoying this experience with us. I look forward to many more episodes and many more seasons with these two gentlemen. And hopefully maybe landing a Showtime, HBO, or something like that. But anyways, we'll keep moving forward. But until next time, please come back and join us with more Hey Coach with Timothy Simpson, Jamal Mundane, and Rashard Collins. Y'all have a good one.